Hi there folks, Monty here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I wanted to show some of the kind of inspiration pieces. These are obviously World War II, pretty exclusively comic books. These are some Australian publications, New Zealand and Malaysia, as you can see. And these are the standard Commando publications that probably folks in the UK and other areas will be relatively familiar with. And they're just fictional adventure stories associated with the Second World War. And some of this stuff lends itself very heavily into 20mm rather than 28mm, but I thought I'd go through my 28mm infantry. Some of this has been reclassified as well. I've gone through it, so some of these cases are scans over a number of different periods. So here, for example, this is a scan. Looking for the World War II Germans specifically, the Romanians will probably save for another day. So, figure cases again. These guys look like they're, what's the distinction here? The helmets are probably the best bet to distinguish between them. That looks like very much like a German. So these are the Germans, and these guys also have German helmets, but they're Romanians. Oh, they do have German helmets. Curious. Yeah, these things were painted with very kind of limited feedback, so it's just good to get a whole bunch of stuff painted. See if I can remove them to one side. These guys look like Germans. And these guys look more like, well, they could be airborne, potentially. So we're assuming these guys are Romanians. Let's see if we can, yeah, the red neck, those I think are identifications of Romanians. These guys look like Germans, so now I'm totally lost. totally lost. Okay, so let's see if there's one more. I think there's one more in there. I think I'm going to have to get these out and have a good look at them. Yes, again, they look like Germans. They could be Romanians. Hard to say. Hard to say. Switch over hands. So these will probably be unpacked at some stage. Go through exactly the same thing that happened with the Skaven, not the Skaven, the Chaos and the Wood Elves specifically. So yes, I think we'd have to work out what is what. So this one is harder to work out. If it was properly, if the colours were slightly more identifiable, it'd be a little bit useful. But yeah, I actually googled the Romanian uniform earlier to try and get a better understanding. See, this guy looks like a German. Yeah. Anyway, first case. Not so lucky. This case needs further review, I think. Let's see if we can get this in straight so we're not squeezing them. Here we are, Germans, Romanians. Yeah, widespread of dates. Case 2, Americans and Russians. These, again, I don't see myself getting out. My hope was that there was some Germans potentially in here, but I think these are pre-filed. These guys look like Russians. I do wonder if they've actually been spread. I do wonder if the Romanians were originally painted, and they've just been spread by case miscategorization, for want of a better term. Yeah. Yeah, these look like American Airborne. Potentially. Well, that looks like a bazooka. I think that could be miscategorized as anything else. Okay, so I think I need to go through these in my own time and work out specifically what is what. Doing it on camera just seems kind of suboptimal. It seems like a lot of the stuff is other stuff which probably was miscategorized when I first did the division. Well, let's get into something that's considerably more well-defined. That was some British related stuff. But, okay, how should we do this? Case up, case over, case back. Here we go. So these are British. This includes some pretty nice vehicles as well. So although I don't have any tanks, I do have some vehicles, which long-range desert group, let's just say. All British, I think. All British commandos, by the looks of things. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go through these without the camera on. I don't think I'd lift out anymore. At my limits. Monty is at his limits with regards to doing this. I'm just going to put this back somewhat together and hold for the opportunity to do this without a camera on. So apologies. I think probably the next stage we'll be seeing them all put out Nurgle Army style. Tom Baberlane, Las Vegas, Nevada, signing out.